When you are walking around the Shimo Yoshida area and the Kawaguchiko area, make sure you look up. Hi friend, my name is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share the 7 best locations where you can see Mount Fuji that is not crowded, and some of them are actually free. I actually did a vlog already probably a month ago or so sharing the exact same location. I want to do a follow-up where I actually give you more comments and more tips about the 7 locations. So let's get started. The first location where you can see Mount Fuji that is actually technically free is when you are on the way from Tokyo to the Mount Fuji area itself. I took the bus from the Shinjuku bus station to the Shimo Yoshida bus stop. Within 45 minutes to an hour or so after we left Tokyo, I was already able to see Mount Fuji on the side. You can take a nap on the bus or in the car or on the train, whatever transportation you are taking to Mount Fuji, but make sure you stay awake and get a little sneak peek of Mount Fuji from the window of your transportation. And I guess an extra perk if you are taking the bus from Shinjuku or Shibuya station and you stop at the Shimo Yoshida bus stop, as you walk through this random neighborhood, you actually are able to see Mount Fuji as well right there. We were actually gonna go to the pagoda that is pretty close to the Shimo Yoshida bus station, but because Ricky hurt his foot, we decided not to. So instead of going to the left after the bus stop, we went to the right and we went through this really quaint neighborhood, and you can see Mount Fuji right there. It's really big, really majestic, and honestly it took me by surprise. Hi friends, Sarah's here and I'm so sorry to interrupt today's video, but I just want to come on here really quickly to announce that I have a new freebie that you can download today. I have been sharing a lot of my recommendations and tips on how to go about planning your very first trip to Japan, and I created a very simple 12-day Japan itinerary that was inspired from my own trip to Japan. If you want to go check it out, the link will be down in the description box below. And now let's get back to the video. The second location that is technically also free is the famous Honshu Street. And if you've seen the pictures all over the internet, you see how awesome it would be to take a picture right in the middle of the street with Mount Fuji in the background. But let me tell you that that is not safe. There are actually a bunch of cross guards, I guess, around the area that will tell you to move on and not to stop in the middle of the crosswalk. Obviously, if it's not your turn to walk, do not just walk across the street and stand there to take a picture, because that is dangerous. So let me give you a quick tip of what me and Ricky did when we were taking a picture around the Honshu Street. Have your travel partner, in my case it was Ricky, kind of like standing on the sidewalk, not on the street, on the sidewalk, and have like a camera ready. So when the light turned green for me to cross, I told him just take a bunch of pictures. It doesn't matter how it looks like, just take a bunch. And you can obviously walk slowly so whoever is taking your picture can take more pictures. And you can also just do it multiple times if you need to take a lot more pictures or whatever. I just use my phone. Some people use their big camera. The result looks pretty okay, as you can see here on the screen. So the next location that I think is technically free, I mean you probably are going to need to pay for a train fare to get this shot, but the Shimo Yoshida train station is the next station that I went to take the train to Fujiki Highland, which is something that I want to talk about next. The train station building itself is really tiny, but you do get to see Mount Fuji right behind the station. It's a really cool location, especially if you do need to take the train from there. The reason why I took the train from the Shimo Yoshida train station is because we are heading to Fujiki Highland. It is basically a theme park at the foot of Mount Fuji. If you are a adrenaline junkie, thrill seeker, you might want to check out Fujiki Highland. It's similar to Six Flags, so you can enter the park for free, but if you do want to go on the rides, you have to pay per ride. And if you plan to spend the whole day there, you can actually get a day pass or something like that, so you can ride multiple rides for one price instead of just buying them individually, so it might be cheaper. It wasn't really something that me and Ricky want to do because we are not roller coaster riders, but we went to Fujiki Highland because we want to see the the Naruto section of the park, which again is free. You can spend money on the rides that they have there. They also have like a Naruto themed ramen shop in there, so of course we have to go in there and check out the interior. But I just love that it's free. It's honestly not crowded. I think we got there probably around 11:30 or so. We spent about an hour or so in there. So if you want to go see Mount Fuji with some of the rides in the background, this is the spot that you want to go to. The next thing that I feel like most people probably decided to do when they go to the Kawaguchiko area is the Mount Fuji Ropeway as well as the boat ride. You can get the combination ticket if you want to do both, but I only highly recommend the boat ride. The ropeway is okay, like if you want to see Mount Fuji from the top of another mountain, I guess it is worth it. And to be honest with you, because there's only, I want to say, 2 cars that take people from the bottom to the top and then top to the bottom, the line is really long. And also they close pretty early. They close at 2 p.m. in the fall, at least when I went in November. By the time we got the ticket to go up the ropeway, I think it was already 2 o'clock. So we just went up, go up to this deck viewing area, take a bunch of pictures and videos and stuff like that for like maybe I want to say 10-15 minutes, and then we went back down to go back in line to go down the mountain. So I don't think it's totally worth it. Maybe if you have more time and there's not a lot of people, it might be worth it, but to me, because you can see Mount Fuji from anywhere else, I don't think you need to go on the ropeway. But the boat ride though, I think it's worth it because you can see Mount Fuji from like the water. You also get that 20 minutes to just sit down and relax and enjoy the scenery. If you have spent half the day or the whole day basically walking around looking at different things around the Kawaguchiko area, I think this is the perfect resting spot. If you don't want to do the ropeway and you just want to do the boat ride, you can just go into the marina and get the ticket on site. I don't believe you can book it ahead of time online, but just know that the last boat ride leaving from the marina is 4:30 p.m. at least for the fall season, which is when I went. But check out the website if you want to get more information. I will leave the link down in the description box below. Before moving on to the next thing in the video, I just want to interrupt this video really quickly just to invite you to subscribe to my channel. I think 98% of you who are watching my video is not a subscriber, and I would love it for you to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of my future videos about Japan, about cruising, travel hacking, and so much more. I hope to see you on the next one, and now let's get back to the video. Okay, I got too excited talking about the ropeway and the boat ride, but basically the ropeway is number 5 and the boat ride is number 6. So the last thing where you can see Mount Fuji is at the Kawaguchiko station. I feel like this is basically the hub of everything. Train ride, bus ride, they all stop at Kawaguchiko station. And if you don't want to do all of the extra stuff that I did before the ropeway, Kawaguchiko station is probably the station that you will stop at. And if you've been there, you know how crowded it is. The building is not super small, but it's still pretty small compared to other train station in Tokyo, for example. But because there are so many people passing by this station, it just gets really crowded. So just expect that it's gonna be probably pretty busy. But if you happen to go to the station to get on the bus or on the train back to Tokyo or wherever you might go, make sure to go across the street and you get to see this view. And I was able to take a picture of the Kawaguchiko station with Mount Fuji in the background, kind of like after the sun is setting, and it is just really pretty. I think a couple of you have commented and asked me where I got that picture, and that is at the Kawaguchiko station. When you are walking around the Shimo Yoshida area and the Kawaguchiko area, make sure you look up because you can definitely see Mount Fuji from anywhere. In my honest opinion, you do not have to wake up super early to make it to the Mount Fuji area to see it, because like I said, once you are in the area, you can see Mount Fuji from anywhere. The only thing that I feel like you need to be aware of is the weather. Make sure you go on a clear and sunny day. Honestly, I did not even check the weather. I just have this one day to go to Mount Fuji. It didn't really click to me that if it's cloudy, then I'm out of luck. but thankfully it was really sunny, it was really clear, there's no one cloud in the sky when I went. But I know some people actually decided to spend a couple nights or maybe a couple days in the area, so if you went on the first day and it was cloudy, you have a couple more chances maybe in the next couple days to see Mount Fuji when the day is clear. I hope this extra like tips and commentary and explanation help you out a little bit more as you plan your day trip to Mount Fuji. And let me know if you have any other question, leave them in the comment below. I will try my best to answer it, and make sure to check the description box because I probably will have a lot of links to helpful websites so it can help you also plan your trip to Japan.